6:59. Let's get right to our forecast with meteorologist Josh Linker. Josh, a little warm up this Wednesday.
Yeah, we sure have warmer temperatures out there, Melissa, this morning even. In some cases about 15 to 20 degrees warmer. So you might need the jacket, but overall, if you're just stepping outside for a few moments, really not that bad at all. 62 in Tampa, but it is 50 at Inverness. That's our cool spot. We've been seeing the temperatures steadily rise this morning. Bradenton at 62. So getting the kids ready for the bus stop this morning. It's not really a fight you want to have about having them wear the jacket because it's in the upper 50s in most cases, and certainly by the afternoon we'll be warming up quite a bit. So when they get off the bus, nearly 80 degrees, so a good bet they'll even leave the jacket at school and forget it, and they'll need it tomorrow because it is going to be colder. Windy and warm weather on the way for today. We've got some big changes coming up with a cold front on the way. I'll be back to talk more about that with Weather on the Nines, but now here's Chuck Henson, and we've got another issue what's going on. Now we're going to Hillsborough County.
Yeah, for drivers
Time for checking our weather. Good morning, Josh.
And good morning, Melissa. The sun is starting to shine across the area, but we do have some cloud cover that will be building in as well. We're looking outside here from our view from Tampa International Airport. This is brought to you by Fear Now Insurance. And we can see some of the clouds out there, but a nice looking scene to begin your Wednesday. 62. That's warm for this time of year in the morning. The dew point 53, and we have an east-southeast wind at 8 miles per hour. And as you look at some of the other numbers, it is warm, much warmer than it has been. 62 in St. Pete. Our coolest spot is Inverness right now, sitting at 50 degrees. So here's the satellite imagery right now. And what we're seeing, some low clouds out there, but we have a lot more clouds in the Gulf. The flow of air aloft coming in from the southwest, and I do expect the clouds to increase quite a bit as we go through the day. Now, those clouds really aren't producing any rain. We look back toward the northwest with a cold front, and this is the line of storms that will be tracking into our area early tomorrow morning. And we see just on the last couple of frames here, some of it mixing with and changing over to some snow with the colder air behind that front. Now, we're not going to get any snow around here, but we will see the colder weather coming in behind it. We go through the afternoon, the clouds thicken up, the wind increases from the south, and then this evening and overnight we'll start to see a few showers. The main line looks like it's going to come in right in time for the morning commute. Could see some strong winds with some of those storms as they move through, and just as quickly as they come in, they will get on out of here, and the sun will return with windy and colder weather later tomorrow. Increasing clouds today, windy and warm, 78 degrees for our high. Overnight, cloudy, windy with rain and thunderstorms developing, down to 64, and we only warm to 65 tomorrow, and that'll be early, turning colder later in the day. A quick glance at the upcoming weekend. Colder weather's back, and we'll also see a rain chance by Sunday. We'll talk more about that with the 7-day in just a few minutes, but for now, Chuck Henson joining me. We've had quite a few incidents out there this morning. What are we looking at now?
Well, Skynet's still over the Selman Expressway. So
good morning, and thank you for joining us here for Weather on the Nines. I'm meteorologist Josh Linker. What we're talking about this morning is windy and warm weather on the way for today. Going to be pushing 80 degrees in some spots. So much for the cool down that we had, but big changes are coming up. We've got some rain and thunderstorms overnight tonight into the first part of tomorrow, and then that'll set us up for another cool down that could last several days. And the overall weather pattern is going to favor some cooler weather for the next relatively longer period of time. So a warm breeze is in place, southerly component to the wind. We're picking up some low clouds, and I do expect the clouds to thicken up through the day. The front is out to our west. We're seeing a lot of showers and thunderstorms with that, and it is going to come into our area tomorrow. The front should come through around mid-morning. Out ahead of it, we're going to see showers and thunderstorms. So it's going to get pretty wet and even stormy around here after midnight tonight through about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. And that'll be from northwest to southeast. And it looks like the worst of it will come right through the immediate Tampa Bay area right during that morning commute tomorrow, unfortunately. So for today, increasing clouds, windy and warm. We've got a fairly brisk southeast wind that'll turn more southerly as we go through the day. All right, let's talk county by county forecast details here in Citrus County. Upper 70s for you, an increase to the cloud cover this afternoon. And it will be a windy day with winds up around 15 to 20 miles per hour. 80 in Brooksville today, 79 for you in Ridge Manor, Nobleton at 78. Into Pasco County, looks like some upper 70s to around 80 degrees with a mostly cloudy sky. It'll be a warm day in Polk County, 79 in Polk City, 80 in Mulberry today. Temperatures in Manatee County, how about some lower 80s around Lakewood Ranch and Bradenton. Anna Maria 72. Again, the waters are really cool, so it's tough to warm up right there on the water. In Pinellas County, we'll go 76, Pinellas Park, Dunedin 77, Tarpon Springs 77, and we will have an increase to the cloud cover and the wind through the day, and that will be the case in Hillsborough County. We'll go 79 in Tampa, 81 in Brandon today, Citrus Park at 78 degrees. Now, if you have boating plans, the wind's increasing, so definitely not a good boating day. Officially, there's a small craft advisory that is posted for the offshore waters. Wind becoming southerly at 15 to 25 knots and choppy conditions on the inland waters. And around Tampa Bay and the Sun Coast, same kind of thing here. Seas at 3 to 5 feet, and it'll be choppy on the bay. And boating conditions really don't look any better tomorrow. Here's your 7-day forecast. I'll put in a 90% rain chance in the morning, 65 the high. 45 Friday morning, but look at the highs here. Only 59 on Friday, 60 Saturday, so a cool snap here. Sunday into Monday, I've got rain chances. It's not going to rain both days. There's just some uncertainty with the timing of the chance for some showers over South Florida that may come into our area. And then we'll see some quiet weather by later Monday into Tuesday. That's your 7-day forecast. Here's the latest pollen forecast for the next 3 days, and it is brought to you by Famous Tate Appliance and Bedding Centers. It's time now for the latest from Klystron 9.
Let's check in with meteorologist Josh Linker on this warm Wednesday. Good morning, Josh.
And good morning, Melissa. We do have some warm temperatures out there this morning, quite a bit warmer than yesterday. We look at the numbers now, and even our coolest spot is at 50. So everybody is above average for this time of year. 62 in Tampa, 62 St. Pete right now, 63 at Winter Haven. And the forecast today will get us to 74 at lunchtime, 78 this afternoon. And 8 o'clock tonight we'll be at 72. It'll be increasingly windy with some extra cloud cover coming in as well. Now, if you have beach plans today, winds out of the south 15 to 25, the water temperature at 61. And the sun will set this evening at 6:03. Now, we have a good shot of rain and thunderstorms heading into tomorrow morning. We'll talk more about that cold front and what it means for the temperatures for the days ahead. That's coming up with weather on the 9s. But for now, let's see what's happening for your commute this morning. For that, we'll go over to Chuck Henson, the real-time traffic center. Looks like everybody's double parked. What's going on, Chuck?
Meteorologist Josh Linker. He's in for Julie this morning in the Spectrum Bay News and Weather Center. The technology doesn't always work the way we want it to.
No, well, I mean, you're working just fine, Chuck.
Yeah.
So that's
It's
all that
the
matters.
buttons.
You've
The
told the
buttons are
people what's
wrong.
going to happen, so that's good. Now, as we look outside this morning, Chuck, we don't have any weather problems today. Tomorrow, that'll be a different story, so let's enjoy right now because that's good. Here's our view from St. Petersburg, brought to you by crowncars.com. I am seeing a couple of clouds out there, and that will be the theme for today. We'll start to increase those clouds as the day progresses, but it's warm, 62, dew point 56, and the wind is up, and that will also be increasing through the day, coming in from the east-southeast now, becoming southerly as the day wears on. We're also 62 in Tampa. That is warm for this time of year. Actually, 63 is our warm spot now in Winter Haven. 62 in Bradenton. It is still 50 at Inverness for the time being. Here's the satellite imagery, and we're tracking a cold front that's out to our west. This will be marching steadily eastward as we go through the day and into tonight. And by tomorrow morning, that is when the front will come through here. And tomorrow morning's commute could be pretty rough with a line of strong thunderstorms. But as we look at the precipitation now, not much happening. Maybe a sprinkle trying to come in today, but the lion's share of the rainfall will hold off till after midnight as it's still quite a ways away out in the western Gulf of Mexico. So for today, we'll be becoming windy. 74 at lunchtime, 78 this afternoon. Very warm for this time of year, and even this evening, if you're heading out and about, we'll stay in the lower 70s. After that front comes through, it's going to be colder for a while. We'll talk more about that as we look ahead to your 7-day in less than 10 minutes. But first, here's another look at Klystron 9. Good morning, and thank you for joining us here for Weather on the 9s. I'm meteorologist Josh Linker, and we have some warm weather on the way today, but do not get used to it because it's going to get colder again. Windy and warm today, rain and thunderstorms overnight into the first part of tomorrow, and that'll set us up for another cool down that will be on the way. So we'll look quickly here at the big picture. We still have a ridge of high pressure in place here, and in between this and a dip in the jet stream is this active scenario with some heavy showers and thunderstorms, and that front will be pressing eastward. So as we look at the overall weather pattern today, here's the ridge of high pressure, and we've painted the colors here to look warmer. So it's a warmer scenario here where we have that ridge and the colder stuff coming in behind it. Now what's going to happen here is this had been a pretty sharp trough of low pressure aloft coming in. That's important. That was the last one because the cool down doesn't last all that long. Well, now it's a broader scenario. So as we go into tomorrow and then on Friday, much of the eastern half to 2/3 of the country will feature much colder weather. and that will include us right here in Florida. So we're going to stay on the chillier side for several days. So as we look at the computer model through lunchtime, here comes that southerly wind. It will be increasing. And then as we go through the afternoon, we'll watch the line of showers and thunderstorms out to our west. It'll be tomorrow morning's commute when the cold front will come through, and you will see those heavy showers and thunderstorms moving through, then moving out. And by the afternoon, a northwest wind with windy and colder weather on the way. So for this afternoon, a warmer day, upper 70s to around 80 degrees, the wind increasing, as will the cloud cover. And the wind is going to make it a little bit problematic if you're thinking about getting out on the boat today. 15 to 25 knots out of the south. In fact, there's a small craft advisory that's been posted for the offshore waters with those winds increasing. Choppy on the inland waters and Tampa Bay. Here's your 7-day forecast. And we've got a rain chance at 90% for the morning hours tomorrow. It may start before the sun comes up. Actually, it likely will. Then just 59 the high Friday, 60 Saturday. And then look at the temperature staying below average right through early next week. There's a rain chance Sunday or Monday. There's some timing uncertainty with some of the various computer models. We'll be fine-tuning that forecast, but it does not appear as though it's going to rain both days, but a rain chance coming in sometime in the early part of next week or late weekend. That's your 7-day forecast. Another check of the weather is coming up at the top of the hour, but first here's Klystron 9.
Let's get our Wednesday started with a look at the weather and meteorologist Josh Linker in our weather center. A little warm up this Wednesday, but that's just a tease, right?
It certainly is, because it's going to get cold again after this. So if you like the warmer weather, get out and enjoy today. It's pleasant this morning. 52 at Inverness, 63 in Tampa, 62 in Bradenton, 64 in Winter Haven right now. And we're going to get all the way up into the upper 70s today, maybe even pushing 80 in some spots. But it will be increasingly windy. We will see some extra cloud cover. And I'm not going to rule out a shower this evening, but a much better chance will be coming up overnight into tomorrow morning with a strong cold front on the way. Then we get chilly again. We'll talk a lot more about that forecast. Look ahead to the weekend coming up with weather on the 9s. But for now, let's see what's happening on the roadways. There's been a lot going on this morning, Chuck, and it looks like we're looking at Pinellas County. What's up?
Yeah.
All right, it's 8:09. We're going to check in with meteorologist Josh Linker. Josh, good morning.
And good morning to you, Melissa. We've got some warmer weather out there this morning, so if you like that kind of thing, well, you'll like today, but really cherish it because we've got some colder weather that'll be coming back. We look outside here from downtown Tampa. Nice shot at Curtis Hickson Park. This is our camera view brought to you by Ackerman Jewelers. And I'm seeing some more cloud cover out there this morning, and that will continue to increase through the day. 63 degrees right now, and this temperature that we have this morning may exceed our highs over the next several days with some colder weather on the way. East-southeast wind coming in at 8 miles per hour. So we've got the 63 here in Tampa, but Winter Haven, you are the warm spot at 64. 52 at Inverness, 55 in Zephyr Hills. And we'll look at the satellite imagery now. And we're seeing some low clouds trying to increase across the area and some more high-level moisture coming in from the west. The main front is well out to our west. That'll be coming through tomorrow morning. Out ahead of it, we are seeing quite a few showers and thunderstorms, and this whole area will be tracking this as it comes into our area by tomorrow morning. So through the day today, we'll have a southeast wind that will be increasing clouds as well, but I don't expect any rain for today outside of maybe a quick passing sprinkle. This evening and overnight, we'll see the line of showers and storms come in, and by tomorrow morning, about 6 o'clock, it'll be pressing through the area, and a strong northwest wind will be coming in behind it, ultimately cooling us down. So our forecast, increasing clouds today, windy and warmer. We get up to 78 degrees this afternoon. And then the temperatures drop over the next couple of days, and that'll take us right through the weekend. We'll talk about that with the 7-day coming up in just a few minutes with weather on the 9s. But now Chuck Henson is joining me here, and we've had a lot of different incidents around the area today. What's causing the problems now?
Yeah, that vehicle fire on 19 in Pinellas County still causing issues, even though the fire